Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Kristen with Monarch Plans, and today I'm doing my plan with me for the week of October 25th through October 31st in my Plum Paper Me Planner. I know I've kind of been jumping around a little bit between planners, like I said, just trying to figure out exactly what works, but I am back to my tried and true me layout this week. It just seems to work for what I have going on this week. So what I'm going to be doing is I will be using a kit from my shop. It is kit 229. It is my like Halloween themed kit. And so I figured I would pull this one out since this is the week of Halloween. So I have these things here, and then I also have the boxes that I'm thinking about using this week just for a little bit of fun and like to add a little fun touch to my spread. So we'll see how that goes, and hopefully everything works out how I'm picturing it in my head. But let's just get started putting down the washi and everything. So I'm just going to put the thicker washi, I think, down at the bottom here, and then the thin washi up at the top. I haven't planned in my Me Planner for a little bit. I've just kind of been going around between my hourly planner and my Moxie Life, but just kind of bouncing around to see what works. I still am not completely decided what I'll be using for 2022, but that is kind of what I'm trying to do, is figure out exactly what I would like to use. This one always seems to be one that I come back to, so maybe it's just best to stick with this one, but we'll just have to see. I'm also brainstorming some new ways to use this planner, like with my goal setting planners, the Moxie Life and the Power Sheets. So I am hopefully going to do a video on that soon once I start like setting everything up and really getting into the goal setting process, because I know that was a big question that people had last year, was like, how do you use your goal setting planners with your weekly planner? So I'm going to be kind of changing things up, I think, a little bit this year compared to what I did last year, and then showing you guys exactly what I'm doing. So we'll just have to see when I can do that video. It'll probably be like November or December, but be on the lookout for that. Let me put on the thin washi. I think I'll put it just up here. Makes it super easy. I can just stack the date headers on top of it without having to worry too much about like spacing and stuff. Okay, there's that. I'm a little annoyed by like the color in this planner. I've mentioned it before in my plan with me, is I just completely forgot to get a neutral planner for this time around. I was just so excited about the like tabs in the modern theme that I totally forgot that the color kind of transfers onto the actual like weekly pages. So this like peachy color is really bothering me because it kind of clashes with my kit this week and everything like that. So I'm a little annoyed, but I don't know if I'm annoyed enough to like order a different planner when I have barely even used this one. So I might just have to deal with it, but I just wish I would have thought of that beforehand, because I am like super bummed when things are like clashing, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm just cutting this side, and then we're done with the washi, and I will put in the little headers and everything in just a second also. So let me grab those. Okay, I have the headers here. I already put the little dots on just to save a little bit of time. So let me start putting these in. You guys will also be proud of me. If you guys watch my videos, you'll be proud. I actually printed out some labels for the side so I can label my rows. I went so long without printing any of those. So hopefully, since I have them now, it'll help a little bit with keeping everything organized in here. So we'll see. But that was kind of a big thing. I was like, oh man, I'm having issues like committing to the different rows that I wanted, but I think I have a pretty good idea of what I need, and then I can always adjust later if I want to. But so I have those, And I'm trying to think where I should put those boxes if I decide to use the boxes, because obviously I have to like cover up an entire row or two. So that's kind of a big thing with using boxes in this planner, like the decorative boxes, is you have to figure out what you want to cover up. So that's kind of one drawback to this planner layout that I've noticed, and what kind of makes me want to go and look at other like vertical type planners is I love to be able to use those decorative boxes, and it's hard when you are like covering up big parts of your spread. And I'm just trying to pull this up because I like to use whiteout on the 2021 thing up here. And so let's just do this so it's not sticking out over the top of my washi. Okay, there is that. I think that looks pretty good. And then I'm just going to set this side up over here. I have a lot of things going on for work this week that I need to get done. There's some things that came up at the end of last week. So there's a lot of things that I'm trying to keep track of and get done before Thursday of this week. So I'm going to definitely be putting kind of some to-do list items and everything in here, and just trying to keep track of all the stuff I have going on. What I'll also do is I'm going to put a habit tracker down here at the bottom like I usually do. And then I think I'll also put this like purple Monday through Sunday list, because I want to list out our meals. And so there is that. Still leaves me some pretty good room on the side to put in some stuff. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to try to put some of these stickers in, and I'm debating on just putting them at the bottom, or maybe if I should just put them in the middle. So I think I'll just start putting these in. I think what I'll start with is this green one. And I feel like I might be kind of like adjusting these. So let me just kind of speed through me putting these down, and then I'll bring you back when I am like completely done, because I feel like this is going to be kind of an indecisive process. So be right back in just a second. Okay, so here is the spread so far. I kind of wish I would have like moved one of these ones over here, but that is okay. I just wanted like more color on this side, but that's okay. Let me put in my little labels for the side here, and I need to kind of think a little bit of what I have going on. I think that I should be okay putting my work right here. And then I think I'll just put my home stuff right underneath that, just to keep kind of like my main to-dos in one place. And then obviously I won't be labeling this box since it's completely covered, but then this one down here, I think I will do wellness for that one. I should only need like a couple lines, so it's not too bad that it's covered or halfway covered. And then the next one, I think I'll do Etsy shop. And then the bottom, I'm going to do social media. And normally I have like another heading where if this one was open, I would have like a reminder section. And so I'd probably keep reminders down here in like the smaller box, and then put social media or whatever else up in the like empty section, but just kind of rearranging things because I really wanted to do the boxes here. But let me start go through and start putting in some of my appointments and everything. So I will start here. And before I do that, I always like look at my sheet and realize that I have stickers that I need to still put down. Here's the weekend sticker. Okay. So on Monday, I don't have any work meetings, but Andrew, like he always does, he has his bowling at 6 o'clock. So I'm going to put that in. And then on Tuesday, I do have a couple meetings. They're work meetings and they're kind of like check-ins on a project I'm doing and hoping they go okay. They should be fine, but I've gotten a little bit busy recently, so it's definitely going to be kind of that season coming up here soon. So as it gets more busy, it's just like the meetings get a little bit more stressful. So I need to do this one, and then it's also a little bit stressful at work because recently someone just retired who was pretty much like, they handled a lot of the things that I also do. And so when she retired, she passed off her workload to me as well. So it's gotten pretty busy recently with some extra projects and some extra to-do list items. And so that just makes things like more complicated. So I am hoping things calm down a little bit, but I just know like through, I would say December or January, I feel like I'm going to be extremely busy with work stuff. So let's just hope for a pretty calm, like next couple months, you know, just getting things done and not having a bunch of things come up. But we will just have to see. Just like, it gets a little bit nerve-wracking every single like fall is pretty much when it gets really busy. So this is it for my like appointments and meetings this week. I don't have anything else going on in terms of actual appointments or scheduled stuff like on my work calendar or anything like that. But let me put these in. Like I said, Andrew has bowling, so I'll just put that in my home section. And then these ones are on Tuesday for work. And 4:30. And then my next one is on Wednesday. I feel like the issue that I run into with this planner, and I get a lot of questions about it, is that the columns are very slightly smaller than 1.5 inches, which is the size of most labels you'll find in kits. So if you have the Me Planner and you buy a weekly kit either from my shop or someone else's shop, that's what you'll find. I am considering making these boxes a little bit smaller, but then it kind of looks a little strange in some other planners. So it's really just hit or miss. I kind of just overlap them a little bit and I think it looks fine and I don't even really notice it. But so that's just something to keep in mind if you do want to get the Me Planner, is because there's these little side label areas, then they do have like smaller columns. So something to keep in mind if that is something that concerns you. And then I think that is pretty much it, like I said, for appointments. The only other thing, I have these 2 empty boxes here, and for this one, I am putting in the Moxie Life closing ceremony, and so that is at 5 p.m. for me, and it's actually not Moxie Life, it's Club Moxie. I always do that. I always call it Moxie Life, but Club Moxie. And I want to say like call. It's definitely not anything super duper fancy, but it's just like a closing call, kind of wrapping everything up. And then over here, I am putting in that we are having some family over for dinner and trick-or-treating. And trick-or-treating is we are going to be sitting in our driveway and passing out candy and like having a barbecue and stuff like that, because we're not quite sure what to expect, but I think it'd be kind of fun to just sit out there and people watch and all of that stuff. So that is what we're doing on Sunday, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. So that is it for those types of things in terms of meetings and everything like that. Now it is more about my to-do list items, and I always do this every week because I just go through really quickly and write down all my to-do list items that I have like in my brain right now, and then I can add to it as the week goes on. So let me just go through and do that. I definitely have some to-do list items for work. I have things I need to get done around the house, especially since we're having family over. I feel like I need to do kind of a deeper clean because I keep things pretty clean throughout the week, but when family's coming over, I just love to go through and do a little bit deeper clean. It just makes me feel better when I do that before people come over. And then obviously things with Etsy shop and social media, there's lots of to-do items there. So let me go through and fill things out, and then I'll be right back to talk through my week and give you a little glimpse of what I have going on. So I will be back in just a few minutes. Okay, so I am back. There was a lot of things that I had to write down, so it took a little bit longer than normal, but you saw kind of my process of writing everything in. Let me zoom in a tiny bit so you can see a little bit better. Actually, I need to zoom out a little bit. So let me go through like I always do, and I'm going to just mark with dots and kind of talk about what I have going on. Just helps me get a good idea of what exactly I have in store this week, and then you can see kind of how I laid everything out. For work, I have a couple to-do list items on Monday that hopefully I can get done on Monday. They might flow into Tuesday and Wednesday, but that's okay. I have, like I said, a couple meetings on Tuesday, Wednesday, but most of these are just to-do list items that are being carried over day to day for work. So I hopefully will be finished with a big project on Thursday, and that will be a load taken off my plate. So I am very excited for that. It's just this week is a very heavy lift for work. So that's kind of my big focus, along obviously with my Etsy shop stuff. That seems to always end up being a big focus. So that's just something to keep in mind for my week. For home, Andrew has bowling at 6 o'clock, and I also need to go pick up some groceries. In terms of other stuff at home, we don't have anything going on the rest of the week for the most part. I have to empty our litter robot on Tuesday, which, by the way, I invested in that. I don't know if you've heard of that. If you have cats and you do not like scooping their litter, I highly suggest getting a litter robot. It's really expensive, but I was just getting really fed up with my cats and all of their business and stuff like that. And it's something that I've been looking at for a long time. But it's essentially just this little like robot thing that the cats can go into and do their business, and then it empties it for you, so you don't have to scoop the litter every once in a while. You just have to go and like take the little bag out of the bottom and throw it in the trash and then re-put a new bag in the bottom. But I don't have to go in and like actually scoop the litter anymore, which it's amazing. But like I said, it's expensive. So it was definitely something that Andrew and I decided to invest in, because pretty much my most hated chore, but obviously if you don't like empty the litter box, it's disgusting. So something I hated but always had to do, and it just saves me kind of like a lot of time and effort and everything, especially because we have 2 cats, so that definitely made it a little bit worse every single time. We also have, or I guess I have, is better to say, a Club Moxie closing call on the 26th also, which is in this bigger label here. And then for my wellness section, I filled things in on Monday and realized I didn't really want to do it like that for the rest of the week. So what I did is I have little check boxes here for making my 24-hour plan, which is pretty much just planning out what I'm going to eat for the day. movement and meal plan. And what I think I'll do is, or what I decided to do actually, is leave the rest of the days blank, and I will just fill in what I end up doing, either if it's like a Peloton ride or a walk or whatever. I'll fill that in here down underneath my 24-hour plan, and then hopefully that works, but we'll just have to see. I think movement is too general. I'd rather get specific and show like what ride I did or how long I took a walk and all that stuff. Etsy shop, lots of printing and cutting this week. I received a lot of orders this weekend, so that always means Monday through Thursday is pretty busy with printing and cutting, and then Friday is like a marathon print, cut, ship, everything day. It's my full work day, all dedicated to Monarch plans, versus the rest of the week is all just evenings and stuff like that. I will do some shipping tomorrow, and then Wednesday I have to create some graphics, also printing and cutting, also going to the post office. And for social media, editing and uploading this video to come out on Tuesday, and then posting a couple things on Instagram. And Wednesday, I don't really have any plans at this point, but I am trying to figure out if I should post something on Instagram or what I should do. I'm definitely not like an everyday poster, so I kind of skip days here and there, and that might just be a day where I skip things. I have a feeling by Wednesday I'm going to be pretty worn out, especially because work is busy, Monarch Plans is busy, all of that, so I might just give myself a break. Thursday, I am going to be very happy because Thursday is technically my Friday, so I am hopefully going to have my project done by that time, and then I can just go into the weekend not having to worry about it. For wellness, like I said, I just have my plan here, kind of checkbox, and then for my Etsy shop, I need to do some future planning, so planning next week, planning all of November, making sure all of my appointments are written down on my calendar. I usually write and forward plan in my Amplify planner, so that is what I'll be doing just to make sure I'm fully prepared for filming my November plan with me, and also just posting a couple other things and doing a content plan for the month of November. Friday is where I need to start really cleaning my house, getting ready for Sunday. So I'm just doing kind of the bigger things like bathrooms, cleaning the guest bedroom, all of that kind of stuff, and getting some laundry done that I have kind of neglected over the past few days. So I am going to be catching up with laundry throughout the week, and Friday I'll just make sure that it is all done by the time we have company on Sunday. Friday, like I mentioned, is also a full work day for Monarch Plans, so that means Black Friday prep, printing and cutting, post office, looking for new patterns, all of that fun stuff. So I literally wake up early when Andrew goes to work. Usually I'm up around 7:30, and I work all day, usually until Andrew gets home or even after Andrew gets home, so that is easily 12 or so hours. So that's always a really big day for me. I'll also be having a video come out that day, which is my November plan with me. And obviously I need to post to stories because everyone says that is so important. So that's always on my to-do list. Saturday, I have to get Halloween candy because if you're like me, you can't buy any of the chocolate Halloween candy before Halloween pretty much because I will start eating it. I need to grocery shop for any leftover stuff that we need for our family dinner. I'd love to have a movie marathon if I can with Andrew of a couple scary movies, and then some other to-do list cleaning items, and more stuff for Monarch Plans, designing mostly, and things I can get done while I'm sitting on the couch watching said movies. So designing, printing, cutting, all of that fun stuff. Saturday might be another day off from social media, but we'll just have to see. Sometimes I end up coming across things and just end up posting anyways, but we'll just have to see. Finally, on Sunday, I have a couple reminders here. We are getting rid of our old couch, and they're doing bulk pickup on Monday morning. So we have to move our old couch to the curb after trick-or-treating is over, which I feel like is going to be a little weird because I don't really know how this neighborhood is in terms of trick-or-treating. So I'm hoping if we move the couch to the curb that people don't like do weird things to it at night. I don't know. I don't think anything weird's gonna happen, but it's gonna be really strange that a couch is just gonna be sitting out on the curb throughout all of Halloween night. I don't know, just seems kind of strange to me. And then with that, our garbage needs to go out. And then that's pretty much it other than our family coming over. I think my mother-in-law will be here the entire day. She'll just be hanging out, which is always really fun. And she'll have some appetizers and make some finger foods and we'll just chill. And then finally, I'll post my full week spread on Sunday as well. But other than that, keeping Sunday kind of open in terms of other things to do because we always end up figuring out other things to do when we have family come over. But it'll be really fun. It'll be Andrew and his mom and his brother and his brother's girlfriend and I. So we'll just have fun and celebrate Halloween, and hopefully we get a lot of trick-or-treaters. I've mentioned before that we don't even really know what we're expecting this year because we're brand new to this neighborhood and the neighborhood is brand new in general. And so we don't know if it's going to be crazy or if it's just going to be completely dead. We'll just have to see. But in my opinion, our neighborhood is perfect for trick-or-treating. I can't wait. Like if we have kids while we're living in this house, I cannot wait to take them around this neighborhood. The last thing I have is over here in my little to-do list section in my sidebar. We're thinking about getting a fire pit for this weekend to put in our driveway, and then we'll just move it into our backyard later. I need to make a couple phone calls, and I also need to work on my name change stuff. I actually signed up for like a service a couple of weeks ago to help me with my name change, and so I'll try and remember the name of it. If you're interested, I'll put it in the description box below. But essentially it sends you all of the documents you need. You just put in some basic information and it'll send you a packet of all of the documents that you need to change your name at the Social Security Administration, the driver's licensing place in your state, all of that stuff. And so I bought that, and then I completely forgot that I bought it. So I need to keep it on my sidebar so I remember that I actually have to do that. And then I have some things that I'm trying to set up on my iPad in terms of like PDF documents so I can do some digital planning. Not anything that's like a weekly plan, but more just kind of other more like niche stuff that I usually plan every week. And then I need to set up my content planner. I bought a new passion planner when the new releases came out, and that will just be my content planner because I like that it has a lot of lines in it and everything like that. So I need to set that up. I have our meals here, so I have everything laid out for the week, and then I just have a couple little habits down here to keep track of. So overall, that is it for this week. I feel like it is a pretty busy week in terms of work stuff especially, and then the rest of the week with Monarch plan stuff. But at the end of the week, we have something super fun to look forward to, having, you know, our family over and doing trick-or-treating and all of that stuff. So I'm really excited for this week, but I really can't believe that next week is November after obviously this week. That's just crazy to me, and that's when like all the stuff starts in terms of planning for the holidays. So I'm really excited for that, but just need to get through this week first, and then we can hit the ground running with planning for Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of that fun stuff, but also super busy times at work. So kind of like a fun time of year, but also not so fun on the busy work stuff. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know if you have any questions or anything like that about my spread, or if you have any questions about the Plum paper, me planner, or any other questions about Plum paper. I've tried pretty much all of their layouts in terms of their vertical layouts. So if you do have questions, I would be happy to answer them. But thank you again for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.